Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Terigno, and this is the Chapter 5 test review for Algebra 1B. This is the first test review, the one that everyone was required to complete. Alright, let's get started. Number 1. Numbers 1 and 2, I will say on this packet, if you're having trouble with them, I bet you're working too hard. These are very, very simple questions that look like they're asking you to do a lot more than they really are. This first one is just saying, if Boston is more than 200 miles away, what inequality would we use to show that? Well, I'm going to say that x is my distance from Boston, and that is greater than or more than 200. That's all that one's asking me to do. And then to graph the solution set, this is just checking to see if you know how to put this on a number line. I'm going to put 200 on there anywhere. Put an open circle because I don't have the equal bar, and then greater than would be shaded to the right. And that's it for number 1. Number 2, this is testing to see if you know how to solve by graphing, but the graph is already drawn for you. So when it gives you these equations don't really matter to you because you already have the graph in front of you. It just wants you to know, or it just wants you to look at the graph and say, what is the solution? Well, the solution is the point where the lines cross. So all I really want you to do is tell me what the coordinates of that point are. And it's 1 to the right and 1 down. So that would be positive 1, negative 1. And that's all I'm looking for. Okay? Now the third one just wants to know, we just learned this on Thursday, the difference between a consistent and an inconsistent system. Consistent, if you recall from your notes, just means that there's a solution. Okay, the system has a solution. Could be one solution, could be lots of solutions, but somewhere there's a solution. The other way to think about it is if the lines cross, because remember where the lines cross, that's a solution. And then inconsistent would be if there's not a solution. This would be any solution or any system, what's the S words here? Any system that is a no solution problem. System has no solution. So that's all I'm looking for there. And again, on a graph, a consistent system would be lines that either cross or lay right on top of one another. An inconsistent system would be lines that don't cross. In other words, they would be parallel. Okay, and then number 4 is just asking you to solve. Remember, when I ask you to solve, you get to choose your method. So you could use substitution or elimination here. It doesn't matter to me as long as you show it to me. I would look at this and say, these are already lined up pretty nicely for elimination. And also, those x's would be awfully easy to cancel out if I just made one of them negative all the way through. So I'm going to take this top equation. I'm going to make that negative x, positive 7y, and negative 38. Remember, I'm allowed to switch my signs as long as I switch the signs on everything. And then I'm going to add these two systems together. This is elimination. So my x's cancel out. 7 plus 14 is 21y. And negative 38 plus negative 46 is going to be negative 84. Divide by 21. And y will equal negative 4. Now I have to go back and plug that in. I'm going to plug it into the second one just because I didn't mess with any of the negatives or anything there. You could plug it into the first one. It should still work. But I would say x plus 14 times negative 4 equals negative 46. So I just put my negative 4 in for y. 14 times negative 4 is going to be negative 56. So this really says x minus 56 equals negative 46. Add that 56 to both sides, and you end up with x equals 10. So your coordinate would be 10, negative 4. Okay, that's it for page 1.